Our movie today begins on Bird Island. We see Red the Bird and his friends, Boomer and Bomb, fighting their enemies, the pigs, with their slingshots. We then learn that Red is very loved by all the birds living on the island. We see the leader of the pigs, named Leonard, attacking the island of birds with a large number of crabs. Suddenly, a giant snowball hits the island of pigs. When Leonard looks through his telescope, he realizes that the snowball came from the island of eagles, and we return to the island of birds. The man is very happy because he has protected the bird island from the pigs. While Red is with his friends on the beach, he finds a message from the pigs. When he reads the message, he realizes that Leonard is asking them to stop the war, but Red refuses. Leonard then sends a large number of messages to the bird island. When all the birds read them, they are very happy because the war between them and the pigs will end. But then it turns out that Red is very upset because if they stop fighting the pigs, the birds will no longer love him and he will be lonely again. Then we see three little birds playing with eggs. While they're talking, a high wave comes and takes their eggs. And then the little birds decide that they will be brave like Red and jump into the water. They actually manage to reach the eggs. But suddenly, a huge whale appears from beneath them and lifts the house into the sky, landing on a cloud. On the other side, we arrive at the island of the eagles and see their leader, whose name is. We learn that the leader is planning to destroy the island of the pigs and the island of the birds so that she can go live there because she is tired of the icy island of the eagles where they live. We return. The man is very sad because he is returned alone, but suddenly someone knocks on his door, and when he opens it, he is surprised to see Leonard, the leader of the pigs. Red hits him, and they write and ask him why he came here. Leonard tells him that there is a third island in the ocean. He says that the island is inhabited by a group of eagles who are planning to kill them to take their islands. Leonard asks Red to join forces with them so they can defeat the eagles. And Red agrees because he wants all the birds he loves to come back. The hero of Bird Island returns, and Red, Leonard, Chuck, and Bomb go with him to help them. When Red asks Chuck if he knows anyone smart who can join their team, Chuck recommends someone and takes him to meet them. When they arrive, Chuck introduces him as one of the birds named Silver, saying that she is a genius. We then learn that Silver is Chuck's little sister. Then they all gather at the house of the Great Eagle, whose name is Eagle. He begins to explain to them the plan they used to invade the island of the eagles in order to destroy their weapons. As soon as he sees a picture of Zeta, the leader of the eagles, he becomes terrified and very afraid. When they ask him if he knows her, Eagle replies, confused, that it is the first time he has seen her. While they're talking, an ice ball falls on the mountain where he lives, destroying his house and trapping them all inside. Before they reach the ground, they grab the map they had with them, but it breaks. Then Silver has an idea and ties the map with her rubber hair tie, saving them all. At that moment, all the birds are terrified when they see what happened to Eagle's house. But Red reassures them and tells them that they will go to Eagle Island to destroy their weapons. Then Leonard arrives in his submarine, which is a replica of his friend's submarine, and the other birds are amazed by it. Red and his friends get into the submarine, and Leonard introduces them to his inventor, who will help them defeat the eagles with his inventions. The first of his inventions is a substance that hides anything it touches, but the problem is that if it falls on something, it disappears. Then, the inventor shows them an eagle detector that works as soon as an eagle approaches them, but the device is also visible and makes a very loud noise. Then Silver intervenes and fixes it, and Red thanks her for helping them. They then go to the little birds, who are very sad because they cannot reach their eggs. They come up with an idea. They blow up one of them and tie it up so that the air doesn't escape, and they manage to fly away with it, but they can't reach the eggs. When they try to untie the knot, they can't fly because they're too high in the sky. So high that they leave the planet and reach space. When they hit a satellite, the rope breaks and all the air inside the bird escapes, and they all fall back to Earth. One of them lands on a palm tree that is being blown away by the wind and reaches the eggs, but it falls off again. When they look for it, they find it on the back of a sleeping snake. On the other hand, we see someone asking the inventor to replace the water inside the ice ball with lava, so that it will quickly destroy the islands. But the experiment fails when the lava melts the ice, causing it to freeze and become very dangerous. The inventor threatens to kill her if she doesn't solve the problem quickly, and they return. His friends arrive at the island in Leonard's submarine, where they find Eagle, who is very worried and tells them that he cannot go with them because he is afraid. When they ask him why, he tells them that he and Zeta used to be friends at school and loved each other very much and decided to get married. But on the day of the wedding, Eagle didn't show up and left Zeta alone. This is because he was afraid of responsibility and knew that if she saw him, she would kill him, so he left her and flew away. Radwa's friends decided to continue on their own, and they came up with an idea. They would dress up as vultures so they could get past the guards protecting the vultures' headquarters. But he doesn't like the idea and decides to climb the mountain alone. She then asks Silver and Chuck to continue with their plan and that she will climb the mountain with Red. Chucko, Bombo, Leonard, and his assistants enter dressed as eagles and begin to move around. When the guards see them, they become suspicious. However, Leonard manages to convince them that he is an eagle like them. They succeed in entering the eagles' headquarters. At that moment, Red and Silver reach the top of the mountain, where Red tells Silver his plan, which is to sneak in without being seen by the guards, cut the power cable with Red's weapon, and escape quickly. Although Silver knows that the plan will fail, she decides to help Reed. The two of them begin to carry out the plan. Reed takes advantage of Silver distracting the guards and goes to cut the electric wire. But then he realizes he has cut the wrong wire. Before they can escape, the alarm goes off and the guards catch them. At that moment, Leonard and his companions were trying to enter the place where the weapon was located. But they find the door locked, and when they hear a noise approaching, they quickly hide and see the guards coming. When they see one of the guards using his card to open the door, they decide to steal it from him and follow him into the bathroom, where they try to steal the card, but fail. By chance, the eagle hits the door, breaks the sink, falls to the ground, and loses consciousness. They take the card from him and leave. We return to the little birds, who manage to kill the snake and take its eggs. They also use its skin to make boots and belts. They think they have reached the shore and are very happy because they have returned to the island. But they are surprised when they realize that they have arrived at Pig Island, not Bird Island. There, three little pigs help them and they ride a balloon to return to their island. Meanwhile, Leonard and his friends managed to get into the place where the weapon was located. There, he saw Chuck, Red's girlfriend, and his sister Silver after the guards had captured them. Chuck was very angry and tried to move quickly to save them, but suddenly, their connection was cut off. By chance, at that moment, the pictures are dancing with their eyes closed, and Chuck and his friends take advantage of this to escape quickly before they are seen. When he finds himself trapped, he and Silver are captured. Then she comes and says that he is the reason why all the birds and pigs are dying. Because if he hadn't convinced them that he could protect them, they would have left their islands and fled. We then learn that Zeta's inventor has figured out how to put volcanic lava inside the ice balls, and they begin attacking the Pig Island and the Bird Island with volcanic lava, leaving Zeta Red and Silver behind to start the countdown to destroy their island completely. At that moment, Leonardo Bomb arrives at the place where they are being held captive and burns it down, asking Silver to think of a plan to destroy the device. Silver comes up with an idea, and they all start to carry out the plan. Chuck disables the surveillance cameras, and Silver manages to get them inside the ice ball, which they start to roll very quickly. Leonardo and his assistant arrive and throw a vulture detection device that flies through the air at them. The ice ball falls on Zeta's weapon, but unfortunately, it doesn't destroy it. She then takes them down and surrounds them with the other vultures. Before the weapon activates, Eagle arrives and apologizes to her for what he did to her. But Zeta refuses to forgive him and blames him for leaving her and her daughter alone. Eagle is surprised when he finds out that he is a father. Then Red seizes the opportunity, grabs the rope from Silver, and has Chuck quickly tie it to the gun. When the gun is fired, the rope prevents the lava balls from escaping the volcano. But the hair cannot withstand the pressure of the projectiles and is about to break. Before that happens, the small birds and pigs catch up with it, and the lava balls return to the eagle's headquarters. And he and his friends and all the eagles escape quickly. As soon as the lava balls reach the weapon, they explode and completely destroy the Eagle Mountain. Zeta is very sad because she thinks her daughter died in the explosion. But then she is surprised to find that Eagle has saved her, and she forgives him when she realizes that he still has her ring. They all return to Bird Island, where Eagle and Zeta get married. Then we see the eggs that were with the baby birds. And they are all surprised when they realize that they took the snake's eggs. Then the snake comes and gives the birds back their eggs and takes her babies. Then all the birds thank Red for saving their lives. Then Red tells them that he didn't do it alone, and that Silver and his friends helped him. Finally, the war between the birds, pigs, and eagles ends, and they all live together in peace.